there's places I've been where I've had like a good experience. Like me and you went to Germany together, right? Now, to me, that was one of the funniest 3 days I've ever had, right? But it wasn't crap, but it was like it wasn't the most luxurious place, but I think I had the best time there. You know what I mean?
Believe me, it wasn't luxurious. That's an absolute understatement. Luxurious. Can't even believe you use that word. That's the word that would have been at the back of my brain describing that holiday.
We stayed in a nice 8-man hostel. It wasn't that bad.
Right. So for people who don't know, we stayed in a hostel, and I mean sometimes you can get nice hostels, but I've been in one twice. I went in one with Lewis. He promised me it was going to be a 2-bedroom room. I got in there was about 16 people in there. Some random guy just had his feet on my bed all night. And then some guy, the next morning, me and Lewis woke up at 4. Some guy just walked in a peacock outfit. Just walked in at 4 a.m. We were like, hey, what's this? But anyway, so me and Jack stayed in one. And
I mean, it was funny. It was funny. Like, it was one of those things where we booked it like probably like a week beforehand. And we were just like, it was like, what? It was £10 flight. So it was £10, $9.99 to go there and $9.99 to come back. And we were like, you know what? Let's just do it. And honestly, it was one of those things where we didn't have anything majorly planned out. It was like the day before we started Googling a few things. And, you know, when we got there, we started looking at a few things and asked around. But there was nothing like, we weren't like looking for weeks on end. You know what I mean? It was a very spontaneous trip, you could say. But we went to we went to Cologne. We went to a few stadiums, okay? In 3 days.
Few stadiums. You knew fine well that as soon as you said few stadiums, that was going to rub me up the wrong way. So let me just clarify. When he means a few stadiums, he means 90% of our whole time there was spent walking through Germany, looking at stadiums. So actually, that's a whole story of its own, and I'll briefly just run through it. So we got there. Our flight was early, wasn't it? Like 7 a.m.
Yeah, it was.
Instead of sleeping, I couldn't get to sleep, so I just stayed up all night. And then we got on the plane, tried to fall asleep on there, but I was in like the middle seat, so I couldn't sleep because whenever my head went, no, what?
Were we sat together?
No, you didn't pay extra. So £10 more, I think it was. So I could just see you at the front. You got a window? Did you get a window seat?
Can't remember, to be honest. I don't know.
I know I
got middle.
So yeah, I was trying to fall asleep like that, and every time I was falling asleep, my wrist would go, so I just couldn't sleep. And then we got there knackered, got to the hostel straight away, went to the Irish bar. I was thinking, it'd be cool tomorrow morning. I'll get a bit of a lay-in. Anyway, we get back. Jack goes, I've booked us a bus to Bayern Leverkusen.
No, it was Dortmund.
Oh, Jack, we had to stop there first. Remember, because we had to walk to that stadium to swap. It wasn't straight to Dortmund. We had to walk through the countryside for about 2 hours.
Okay, yeah, so this is the thing. We got a rail card, right? And we thought the rail card would take us all the way around Cologne, and we miscalculated how far away or how little it would take us out of the city. Yeah. So we got on this train, which we thought would take us to the right place. We got off. At the name, supposedly what it said on the website, on the internet, we're like, oh yeah, well, this is the stop we'll get off. We got off right in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, right? In the woods, right? Not even kidding you. We walked
I would say over an hour. Less than 2, but well over 1.
Yeah. Because the thing is, once we so our plan was to get the train to Leverkusen Stadium, okay? We pulled up short. We were an hour away walking wise. And then after we'd seen that, you are?
It was train, wasn't it? Yeah,
train. Yeah. And then we walked, and then we went to see Leverkusen Stadium.
Yep.
And then we got the bus from right next to that, didn't we?
Yeah.
But to be honest, we didn't even stop at Leverkusen Stadium on the way past it.
Go back a minute though. The train set off at about 6 a.m. So after a full day of no sleep and then barely any sleep in an 8-man room, I'm then up at 5 to walk in the freezing cold to this train. As soon as we got on the train, this guy can you remember what he did when we got on that train? Can you remember that man?
What happened to you?
He made a certain noise. That's all I'm saying. And it wasn't very pleasant.
Oh, what did he do again? I remember
Yeah. So we were stood on the train first thing in the morning. I had no energy. and this guy just emits gas right in front of me.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Well loud, like proper loud, nearly took my hair off. And
We just sat there.
so that was our welcome into Germany. So that was brilliant.
So yeah, we got the train to Leverkusen. We didn't even because we had a bus already booked from the night before, right? And we misjudged how far away we were from the bus station. So it was like we walked past the Leverkusen stadium because we were already late. We didn't even look at it. We went straight to the bus station. Missed our bus probably about like 20 minutes, right? And the bus was like a mega bus kind of deal. It was like one of those National Express buses, but it was called a Flixbus.
Yeah.
The big green ugly fucking things. So in our little German that we know, if any, we managed to buy another ticket to Dortmund. It was only like £8, £9 or something like that. It was cheap as hell. But yeah, we got all the bus over to Dortmund, seen that, pretty cool. Then we started talking to that guy who said that the best player in the world was he said someone like
I remember this.
Schürrle or someone like that.
Who were you talking about?
When we went outside the Dortmund stadium.
Oh yeah.
Man came up to us, he's like, yeah, I think he's the best player in the world. Who was it? Was it Carlos? No, it wasn't Carlos Vela. It was.
Can't remember.
Someone really weird. We were like, this guy is not the best player in the world.
Yeah, no, I know you. Yeah, it rings a bell, but I can't put my finger on who it was. But
like,
what did you think? What did you think of the Dortmund stadium?
Oh, it was class. To be honest, one of those things where
really good, yeah, but it was weird. It was a really weird stadium.
It had like a running track right next to it, like a high school running
like an
track.
Olympic training park right next to it, which I thought was weird. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, what did you think of Dortmund, the city?
See, we discussed this, didn't we, in depth? Dortmund City was a bit rough. It wasn't great. We walked around.
Me of a few parts of England, to be honest. If they spoke English there, it wouldn't have looked out of place over here.
Yeah, it was rough, to be fair. And to be honest, we booked our bus back and we were definitely killing time for like the last hour and a half, weren't we? Just trying to...
What did you think of... Hang on a sec, though. You missed out a point. The day before this, you dragged me to Cologne Stadium. So 3 stadiums in about 20 hours. And one of them was about 5 hours away. So...
Yeah, but even
So, hang on a second. So when we got to Dortmund, I was annoyed because all I wanted to do when I got to Germany was find a bar, meet the local people, get drunk with them and have a laugh. And instead I was walking across Germany, finding these stadiums. And when we got to Dortmund, can you remember I rang up the bank because I was like, oh, I need to apply for a loan. Like I needed to get more money so I could afford to go to the US. So I was struggling financially. And on the way back, me and Jack had a little bit of an argument. And Jack was,
he walked off.
Jack was like, oh, it's all right, mate. Sorry for dragging you around all these stadiums and that. What we'll do is my mum's booked us into a spa tonight to make up for it. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, you know, like struggling with money and that's been a stressful day. I'm tired. Let's go to this spa. So anyway, we got back to the hostel.
Wait, you missed a bit. We got on the train to get back to the city centre, right? And we definitely didn't pay. We definitely just hopped on this train hoping that no one would come by. You remember?
No.
We did, bro. We hopped on this train thinking, hoping that a rail car would work, but it definitely was nowhere on the right line.
I can remember it a little bit, yeah.
Well, yeah, we got back and then
we got all of our gear ready for the spa, hopped in, and I don't know why they do this, but can you remember they have like a meter, don't they, in the taxi? So like
we were in a rush though, weren't we? Remember, we were in a rush.
You pay in relation to the time that you spend in the taxi rather than the distance you've traveled. So like we might have been sat in traffic for 10 minutes and the radar was going up for how much we had to pay. Can you remember? So we were sat in traffic for ages and it was going up like 50p every second. We were like, Jesus. But got to the spa.
No, literally, we only literally had the right coinage. Like we literally had enough money by like 10 cents.
You're ruining the story here. But anyway, so I get to the spa, we go up and we get to the desk where you pay. And I was like, oh, buzzing here. Like Jack's mum said she's going to pay for us. Like loving this. And then Jack just pays and walks through into the changing rooms. And I was left there and I was like, I just went to walk through too. And the one was like, oh, sorry, no, you pay. I was like, hang on a second, what? So I remember looking at you. I remember looking at you and you're just laughing at me. And I was thinking, hang on a second. All day you've been saying this is paid for. And don't get me wrong, this was an expensive gaff. This wasn't no cheap spa. And I remember stood there thinking, I'm struggling financially.
It wasn't that expensive, was it?
It was like 40 euros for like an hour. So yeah, it was expensive. It was nice though. It was nice.
It was great. To be honest, you know how we found that spa though? Remember? The day before, we were on a zip line across the Cologne River, what the hell it was.
It wasn't a zip line. It wasn't a zip line where it's just you in it. It was like
it's like a little cable car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we're in this cable car and we're looking around all this kind of stuff, and we look down, we just see like
everyone was bollock naked.
Everyone was just naked below us. It was just like a massive people below us, just wearing nothing.
Old men, old women, everything.
And we were like, well, it looks like a resort almost, you know what I mean? So we Googled the place. We were like, what the hell is this kind? Just like out of curiosity. And it turns out it was a regular spa as well, not just like a little nudist, just a little nudist section. So
that's actually probably one of the nicest places I've been.
It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.